New video tonight, a hung jury hugs goodbye. After a mysterious late-night meeting in Manhattan, only CBS2 was there, just hours after a judge declared a mistrial in the murder case of Patz. Good evening, I'm Christine Johnson.
And I'm Maurice Dubois. It's been a heartbreaking case. It's captivated the city, and today, news the boy's family could not believe. CBS2's Jessica Schneider has been in the courtroom for the trial and watching the jury all along. Jessica.
Yeah, Maurice, the jurors spent 3.5 months sitting side by side in that courtroom. In the end, one juror held out, refusing to convict, and tonight only CBS2 cameras were there as the jury met at the Tribeca Grand Hotel. They hugged, they said their goodbyes, but one juror was missing, the one who would not convict Pedro Hernandez. We're told that juror number 11 wasn't even invited. His refusal to go along with the rest of the jury ended with an outburst from one of his fellow jurors.
Nothing's impossible. They'll get him next time. Pedro Hernandez, you know what you did.
The forewoman of the jury saved her anger for the end of the press conference featuring all 12 jurors, including the lone holdout.
Ultimately, I couldn't find enough evidence that wasn't circumstantial to convict. I couldn't get there.
Jurors spent 18 days and more than 100 hours discussing this case. Their first vote on April 15th was 8-4 in favor of a guilty verdict. Each subsequent vote brought more into the guilty column, but one still refused to budge.
For me, his confession was very bizarre, no matter how many times it happened.
This man did it. He said it. How many times does a man have to confess before someone believes him?
Eitan's father, Stanley, urged the district attorney to retry this case and talked about his little boy who disappeared on the way to his Soho bus stop in 1979.
Eitan was a beautiful, outgoing, friendly, curious little kid. He would have made a great adult, but that's what got him killed, because he was willing to go with his downstairs.
54-year-old Pedro Hernandez confessed to police that he strangled and killed 6-year-old Eitan, but the jury couldn't agree that his words were true. District Attorney Cy Vance has indicated the case will be retried, saying, "We believe there is clear and corroborated evidence of the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The challenges in this case were exacerbated by the passage of time, but they should not and did not deter us." But defense attorney Harvey Fishbein says they have the wrong man.
I'm sure the city of New York is interested in a resolution of this case. I would say that there's only a resolution if the correct man is held responsible, and we firmly believe that Pedro Hernandez is not the right man.
And Pedro Hernandez will go back to Rikers and remain locked up until this case is tried again. Both sides will be back in court on June 10th to determine exactly how to proceed. Christina Maurice.
So, I mean, judging by the reactions from some of those jurors today, obviously they were so upset and frustrated they couldn't come to a verdict.
They kept it remarkably calm throughout that news conference. They didn't show too much anger. However, they did express extreme remorse. You know, they said, a few of them said, "I'm sorry" to the Patz family, and then they also urged the district attorney to try this again with 12 other people.
Wow.
So we shall see.
What a thoughtful, insightful group, though.
Very much so.
Yeah.
They were hardworking.
Thank you, Jessica.
All right, now